We're just having a bit of a catch up en route, and I met you through your lovely aunt, Layla, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm actually in
And
a hospital.
brilliant. I must catch up with Layla. So I'm just going to let you speak, but I just would be really grateful if you could just give us an overview about kind of where you are with your situation. I know you were struggling with your psoriasis, and there's so many people out there just struggling with skin issues and conditions that,
Yeah,
like I hear people say the skin is the path of least resistance. So, if the liver's overloaded and toxic, quite often it will spill out and manifest in the skin, and it can take time to kind of detoxify from all of that. A lot of people are taking medication, and I know that's part of your story as well. um, so I just want to give hope and encouragement to people that there are ways. You can just start cleaning yourself up, and you can help to resolve these issues. So what was your background, and how long did you have that issue?
okay, so I've had psoriasis probably for the last. My son is coming up 18, so I've probably added the good part of probably about 18 or 19 years. And it actually started off. I can remember how it actually started off. So I was working on the railway at the time, and I cut the joint of my elbow, and obviously that turned into a scab, and then it just started spreading from there, really. And then over the years that gone by, I just started producing more psoriasis, like over my body in little patches. And to be honest with you, I didn't think anything of it because I obviously I shower and I moisturize daily because my skin is sensitive anyway. And I just thought it would go naturally, to be honest with you. And it didn't. And it started spreading more and more. And then obviously, like with my day-to-day life, everybody struggles with things individually in their private lives and stress and kids and work and etc. Um, my situation just started to become worse. My skin started to become worse, and I had it like practically like all over me. The only place I didn't have it was on my face. Thank God, because I said to Layla, I said, like, if it becomes on my face, I said, you're not going to see me. So I was really conscious of that. Um, so I've literally tried like everything. So over the last probably 2 to 3 years, maybe, I was on a waiting list, sorry, for a long time because I went to see my GP. It took me a long time to get onto the waiting list. And when I did finally get onto the list, then I started my light therapy. So I had so many sessions of that, and it did start to work. So basically, my skin was just looking like what's it called? Little birthmarks. So my skin was just blending into normal skin, and what I did find when I was going on holiday, the natural sunlight was helping it quite a lot. And then
And
what
the
obviously when
therapy that you did, was that red light or blue light?
red lights. Um, so I done that, I think I had about 28 sessions of that. And it was working, but I just wish it could have went on a tiny little bit longer. But obviously they say to you, when you're at the hospital, you've got to be wary of skin cancer and how sensitive your skin can be, etc. So they give me then a minimum of another 6 month wait, and I wanted something to work straight away because even though it was clearing up and it wasn't flaring up as much as it was before, they were giving me options of medication, of more lighting therapy, and they explained to me all the side effects and the positives, the pros and the cons of the medication, which I did start taking because I wanted something to get into my system for it to start working straight away. Um, but that just didn't agree with me. After like the problem with me, see, is like I know whether my body will take it or if I react to it like in a certain way. And after like 3 or 4 days, I had to take, like, I went into work and I said to my boss, I thought I was literally going to collapse because I was so tired and lethargic. I was holding on to things to try and keep me up. So I had to ask my boss to drop me home. Like I was like practically drunk in work. That's how it got me. And I just stopped my medication there straight away. And I had a hospital appointment coming up anyway the following week. And then when I went back to my dermatologist, I explained all my symptoms and my situation to her. And now I'm back on the list for light therapy, which is another 2 to 3 month wait. But in the process of all that, obviously I've started clean slate, which has helped me like massively, because if there's anything out there regarding like skin conditions, like moisturizers or ointments or creams, steroid, like you know, you name it, I've tried it. I've even tried like CBD based products, but nothing has seemed to be working like the clean slate does, along with whatever I'm using to shower and bath with, and also the moisturizer I'm using, which is just natural products. There's no chemicals in it at all.
So how many days or weeks did you notice a change, and what dosage did you start on and then increase up to?
Um, it was I'd probably say about 3 weeks. I let it get into my system first. I was taking like I just wanted to start off really slow. So I was taking like one drop. I think I was taking one drop a day. And then I increased my dose when I could see um, the development of my skin. And obviously I posted pictures on the group and to yourself to show what my results were like. How I was coming along, etc. Then I increased my dose then up to 3 drops. So
So not very much at all.
no,
Mm.
no, and I can still see like a massive difference in it. So I'm still doing the same things as what I was doing when I first started clean slate. I'm showering and I'm bathing in non-chemical soaps, and I'm still taking my clean slate. I've stopped my medication now to do with my psoriasis, and I'm still on the waiting list for my light therapy, which is going to be like taking probably about a month or two. And if anything, now it's more. I just feel my skin is really dry. That's the only thing I can say. Now and again, I feel like I want to have a good scratch, and it's like one of the best feelings in the world. So I can't help it at the moment, but it's not flaring up as much as it was. And like
Okay,
quite a lot of people have said to me, like even Layla, family members, look at your skin since you've been starting clean slate. And obviously, like I'm drinking a lot more water. I was drinking water anyway, but I'm drinking a lot more than what I was doing before. And
brilliant.
I just tried to cut out, little things like reduce my sugar intake, um, try and eat a little bit more healthier. Um, so yeah, at the moment it's going really, really well, and I can notice it. Like when I get out of the shower, for instance, and I can look at my body in the mirror, because the majority of it is like on the lower part of my spine where it's hard to see.
Mhm.
So when I look in the mirror, I can see there's a big difference in that. Like I said, the only thing it's very dry, but I just plaster myself in moisturizer all the time to make sure like that I'm not a bag of dust, basically.
Mm, so would you say that your skin condition is looking more like, is the tone evening out as well as the dryness,
The tone is
compared to what it
evening.
was?
Yeah, like my skin is how my complexion should be. So there is a massive difference in it. I can see myself anyway,
Mm,
and it is good when other people who know me and know my skin condition, like Layla, for instance, because it's on my scalp and everything like that. Like I see Layla quite often, so she always comments on my skin, and she always like is checking me out and looking at me, and I'm
mm.
telling her to get off and things. So,
Which
so
is
yeah, it's
nice.
going really
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
And the other thing about drinking more water is when you can actually see the results, it does motivate you to make other changes, doesn't it? You think, wow, this something finally working. And the more you can do to support that, like, more water, the more you're going to flush these toxins through, the better.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy with my skin, to be honest. It could be a lot better, but it's a lot better than what it was before.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
only thing I find that flares up now and again is because I like to keep my hair short, I have a wet shave. So now and again, that becomes quite red.
Yeah.
It's not raw, or it doesn't bleed like it used to, because sometimes when I was in a really bad condition with my psoriasis, sometimes I could wake up in the morning and my skin would be cracked, and like my bed sheet, it's not nice to see, but it would be
Mm.
full of blood.
Yeah.
So I've come a long way since then, really.
Yeah.
So my
That's
skin is not
fantastic.
cracking anymore. It's just really dry. So I'm just like trying to moisturize as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's hope, and eventually everything will start to balance out properly and you'll get that kind of oiliness back. But, perhaps we
Mm.
can have a catch up in another 3 months.
Yeah, yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Have you got any
Yeah.
other friends who have been suffering from psoriasis or skin conditions?
I did have she doesn't suffer with it anymore, but I did know, well, I'm saying that, I do know a girl, and she was literally covered in it from in her hair.
Wow.
Um, it was everywhere. She was plastered in it, like in her eyes, her nose, her ears. She was covered in it. And now and again, I speak to her on social media. I don't see her very often.
Hmm.
It might be only like if I bump into her, like when I'm shopping or anything like that. And I have messaged her now and again, and she says that she still has flare-ups and everything, but nothing like it used to be.
Right.
And her skin is like very patchy. When I did see her, maybe I think it might have been just before Christmas, I saw her, and where she had a t-shirt on, I could see her skin is similar to mine.
Hmm. It's so common now. It's so
Yeah,
common. It's tragic.
yeah,
It's a subject that's close to my heart because I had acne when I was younger and nowhere else on my body but my face. So I was very self-conscious.
yeah,
And all that I was offered was antibiotics. And unfortunately, I took antibiotics for 10 years, which ruined my gut health. And spent many, many years trying to put that right. So and if I'd only known then what I know now. So I know this, I know the struggle, and I know the frustration with it all. And this will give so much hope and encouragement to people. So I really, really appreciate you speaking about it and giving us your testimonial.
yeah. Well, that's fine. You're welcome. At the end of the day, psoriasis is probably one of the worst things anybody could have, because it's one of the, like, even in summertime, to be honest with you, I would be
Mm,
so conscious of it, where normally I'd go out in shorts and t-shirt, or shorts and a vest and everything. I would go out like fully clothed,
yeah,
because I was conscious of people looking at me like that, and I was doing all the wrong things. I'd wear like a cap on my head, or a do-rag, or a bandana, because my head was so dry. I was conscious of people looking at me and making judgments, but I was doing all the wrong things,
yeah.
and now,
And it costs a lot of money, doesn't it, to do your process of elimination, trying all
yeah,
these different things.
yeah.
So that's
So
brilliant. Thank
now,
you so
yeah,
much, Limahl.
yeah,
And
that's okay.
just
You're
for
welcome. Yeah.
for clarity for everybody, like how long have you been taking it?
Clean slate.
Yeah, a few months.
Um, yeah, I'd probably say probably about 3 to 4 months, maybe, is it now, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
And I noticed the difference within a couple of weeks.
amazing. Well, the younger the
So,
better. I know
yeah,
older people can take a little bit longer, but yeah,
yeah,
that's really good feedback. I really, really appreciate it.
yeah, that's okay. You're
All
welcome.
right.
Yeah. I'm glad it's working, to be honest, because like I said, I've literally tried everything that is possibly to try. The creams, the steroid-based oils, ointments, CBD stuff. Um,
It'd be great if you had a
when,
photograph of all of it in your cabinet
yeah.
and then, with
Yeah,
just the bottle of clean slate next to it.
I've got it all at home, so I'll have to send you a couple of pictures.
That'd be amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be great.
I've got it all at home. Yeah, so when I get home, I'll send you a couple of pictures of it.
Oh, thank you. Right. Well, you have a great weekend and thank you again for speaking to me.
That's okay, Nick.
Catch up soon, yeah?
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.